Tapos nakita ng Pangulo yung Rocknet na sabi overpriced. Tahimik si Magalong. Ito yung sinasabi ni Trillanes, mga kababayan, na sige man lang ang posturing. Wala man pinapangalanan kasi ang sabi, mga kaibigan niya, yan ang sinasabi natin eh. Hello po mga kababayan, si Dante Maravillas. Matapos pong kasuhan ni dating Senador Antonio Trillanes si Digong at saka si Bongo, kinasuhan ng plunder sa pag-corner po ng bilyon-bilyon na project sa DPWH. Binagbaka naman po ni dating Senador Trillanes si Baguio City Mayor Magalong. Ayan ba? Report ng Billionaire News Channel. Trillanes says Magalong's anti-corruption crusade just pure posturing. Lahat porma. Sabagay po. Tama naman po. Talagang lahat porma naman lang si Magalong. Sige lang po ang daldal sa media. Sige pasikat. M-Territorics, subasakay lang po sa kampanya ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos laban sa corruption sa DPWH. Yan o, sabi ni Trillanes, puro man lang anya posturing ang sinasabing anti-corruption drive ni Magalong. This after the local chief executive refused to name those allegedly behind the 36 billion pesos na rocknetting scam in Benguet Province. Ayaw man niyang pangalanan. Sige man lang daldal ni Magalong. Nakasama pa yung ating Pangulo nang mag-inspeksyon mga kababayan ng rocknetting. At saka yung nagiba mga kababayan, yung nagiba pong rockshed project doon sa Benguet. Ito, kasama dyan si Magalong sa inspection mga kababayan. Tapos nakita ng Pangulo yung rocknet na sabi overpriced. Tahimik si Magalong. Ito yung sinasabi ni Trillanes, mga kababayan, na sige man lang ang posturing. Wala man pinapangalanan kasi ang sabi, mga kaibigan niya, yan ang sinasabi natin eh. Sabi dito sa balita ng Billionaire News, Trillanes also blasted Magalong for his failure to file even a single case against those involved in the multi-billion peso flood control scandal despite styling himself as a crusader against corruption. Sabi ng dating senador, for somebody who's posturing as anti-corruption crusader, ni wala pa nga siyang napafile na kaso. Di ba? It was just pure posturing lang, sabi ni Trillanes. So sabi ng dating senador, si Magalong niya had previously hinted at those supposedly behind the flood control mess, but said such a statement had turned out to be mere motherhood remarks. Wala siyang ebidensyang nakuha, di ba? O ano ngayon ang sinasabi niya? What good is he in all these issues na dumalabas ngayon? Hindi tulad kay Trillanes, talagang desidido. Pinailan po sa ombudsman ng plunder case si Digong, tapos si Bongo. Yan ang totoong anti-corruption crusader po. May laman ang sinasabi at suportado ng aksyon. Hindi lang laway. Si Magalong po, general. Sige lang ang laway. Laway dito, laway doon. Kaya yung maniniwala pa sa mga kwento ni Magalong, iwan ko lang. May nang nilalang din. Idiot. Moron. Di ba? So sabi po ni Trillanes, may nasabi ba siya na pangalan? Kung may nasabi siyang pangalan, asan yung ebidensya mo? Kung meron kang ebidensya, ba't di mo final? The controversy stemmed from a previous testimony of former Public Works Secretary Manuel Bunuan, who claimed that the rocknetting flood and slope protection projects began during the Duterte administration. Trillanes had accused Magalong of shielding the Dutertes, a claim that the Baguio mayor has denied, saying his duty was to seek out the truth. Ang tingin ko, ang truth para kay Magalong, kung ang sabit po, hindi ka po ng Duterte, yun ang turot sa kanya. Pero pag sabit ang Duterte, walang katotohanan, barkada si Bongo. May anti-corruption crusade na ganyan. Post mismo ito, Senator Bongo ibalik sa Senado. Maraming salamat, Baguio City Mayor Benjamin Magalong, sa inyong taos-pusong pagsuporta at pag-endorso. Sama-sama tayong magserbisyo para sa mga Filipino. Number 28 sa balota, go, Bongo. Tapos si Bongo, pinailan po ng plunder case. Kasama si Digong ni Trillanes. Sabi ni Trillanes, na yung construction company ng tatay ni Bongo, pati yung kapatid, nag-corner po ng approximately 6.95 billion in government contracts, government infrastructure projects from 2016 to present, which consist over 200 projects, mostly in the Davao region. According to Trillanes, the two had been committing this act since Duterte's tenure as mayor of Davao City until his presidency. Ito yung CLTG, na ang kahulugan ng CLTG, pag tiningnan mo, acronym siya ng pangalan ni Bongo. Yan ang initial po ng CLTG, Christopher Lawrence Tesorogo, CLTG. CLTG Builders, pag-aari ng tatay ni Bongo, tapos yung kapatid niya, Alfredo Builders. Yun ang kumorner. Nang sabi ni Bongo, mga kababayan, wala man niya kung kinalaman dyan. Naniwala kayo? Sabi ni Trillanes, Bongo is the main plunderer because he was the central figure connecting his father and brother. His relationship with Duterte made this whole thing possible. Duterte was the one signing and approving, but behind him was Bongo, sabi ni Trillanes. So naintindihan na ninyo kung bakit tahimik si Magalong pagdating kay Bongo at kay Digong. Kaya binagbagan mo, binalatan ni Trillanes si Magalong. Puro ka lang niya posturing, wala ka man pinapangalanan. Kaya sabi ni Trillanes, ito niya si Magalong, pinoprotektahan niya yung mga Duterte. Kasama na siyempre si Bongo, ang kanang kamay dati ni Digong, kasi malinaw po ang relasyon. Di ba, mga kababayan? Mabuti pa si DPWH Secretary Vince Dizon, talagang desidido. Hindi lang salita, kundi gawa. Action man po, walang sinasanto. Ayan ngayon ang latest. DPWH files charges against 22 government officials, contractors in flood control scandal. Ayan flood control projects in La Union in Davao Occidental. First batch lang siya. So sabi dito sa report ng ABS-CBN, in La Union, 12 DPWH officials and Silver Wolves Construction Corporation, the contractor behind the 89.7 million project found to be substandard, were named in the complaint. Meanwhile, in Davao Occidental, 8 DPWH officials and St. Timothy Construction Corporation, owned by the Discaya family, were charged over alleged ghost projects worth 179.5 million pesos. The complaints will proceed to the Ombudsman's preliminary investigation phase, which is expected to last 60 days. So BENA will be issued to those involved, who will be required to submit their counter affidavits. The Ombudsman is also set to issue a dismissal order against the implicated officials. Ombudsman Jesus Crispin Remulla said Benguet Representative Eric Yap and ACT-CIS Party List Representative Edvic Yap are considered persons of interest in the ongoing probe. Silver Wolves Construction Corporation personal interest here is Congressman Eric Yap, who is known to be the beneficial owner of the company. So sabi ni Boying Remulla, meron na kaming nakuha na transmittal ng pera from the AMLAC papunta kay Eric Yap So nakita na natin yung pattern talaga na meron talaga silang kinalaman sa kontrata kasi yung transmittal ng pera galing sa mga diskaya. Remulla also tagged Bulacan 6th District Representative Salvador Pleito for allegedly receiving funds from the Discayas. Pleito was reportedly the president of SA Pleito Construction Corporation. The Ombudsman is also investigating the Bao Occidental Representative Claudio Bautista for allegedly being the beneficial owner of another construction firm linked to projects in his province. Yan sabi ni Boying Remulla, may mga kongresman na gusto lang nilang manahimik. Di na nila gagawin ulit. Magsasali sila ng mga contracts kung saan nag-contractor sila. Yung restitution, mga kababayan, yung mga ninakaw, ibabalik nila. Pero si Marcoleta ayaw po ng restitution para sa Diskaya. Hindi natin maintindihan kung bakit ayaw ng restitution na si precondition. Bakit ayaw mong ibalik yung mga ninakaw? Dinidibati po ni Marcoleta, yung taga-DOJ. Di ba kaduda-duda yung posisyon ni Marcoleta? Ito po yung mga congressmen, 3 congressmen na dawit at finailan ng kaso sa ombudsman. Ito yung sabi ng DOJ. Anyone who misuse public funds has a legal duty to return the money, calling restitution as a fundamental part of justice. In a statement, DOJ cited Section 5D of Republic Act No. 6981 or the Witness Protection, Security and Benefit Act, which requires applicants for state witness status to meet their legal obligations, including returning stolen public funds. The legal obligation niya is the restitution of stolen government funds. Any person who has misappropriated government funds has a legal obligation to return the same. It cannot be denied that restitution of stolen government funds is an integral part of justice, sabi po ng DOJ. Ayaw ni Marcoleta. Nag-aabogado si Marcoleta sa pamilya Diskaya. Inaaway yung taga-DOJ. Di mo maintindihan si Marcoleta. You are serving the Filipino people. At yung ninakaw na pera, bakit ayaw mong ibalik ng mga Diskaya? Anong meron? Di ba kaduda-duda? Why you defend the Diskayas? At gusto mong ipasok sa witness protection without restitution? Di ba? Ano nangyayari sa iyo, Marcoleta? Hindi natin maintindihan ito mga Duterte senators. Kung hindi yung Duterte yung pinaglilingkuran, yung akusado. Tulad ng mga Diskaya. Ito po, pakinggan ninyo.
They cannot even begin to be processed under the law kasi naglalagay po kayo ng requirement which has not been included by law. Sino yung mag-explain?
Inaawa yung DOJ.
May I be educated on that?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. I just wanted to make an attempt to reconcile the debate on this matter. There's actually no inconsistency. First, it is correct that under Section 10, the law provides for the qualifications for a person to be qualified as a state witness. Nandun po yung materiality at absolute necessity ng testimony ng tao at corroborated po to on its material points by other witnesses and that he is not the most guilty. Okay. Now, under Section 5, which refers to the memorandum of agreement that has to be executed between the DOJ and the potential state witness, nakalagay din po dyan yung necessary matters that should bind the agreement dito po sa Witness Protection Program. And under Section 5, letter D, nakalagay din po dyan kung ano po yung legal obligations and civil judgments or civil aspect of the case against him. Ang ibig lang pong sabihin niyan, kakausapin naman po siya, maaari pong i-process yung application niya, but under the first statement under Section 5,
what specific provision under that law, under that provision?
Section 5 po says that
basahin mo.
Before a person is provided protection under this act, he shall first execute a memorandum of agreement
Okay.
which shall set forth his responsibilities, including the following.
Oh, ano
So
nga?
kasama po dun sa mga obligations.
Ano nga?
Ito po, to comply with legal obligations and civil judgments. So doon sa civil judgments po, this refers po to the civil obligation pertaining to the
May
crime.
civil judgment.
No. We're saying legal obligations. Ang basis po ng legal obligations
The basis of legal obligation is the law itself.
is the law itself,
Oh,
which
walang
includes,
nakalagay na restitution. Bakit mo ikokot yung
which includes
memorandum?
po other provisions of law, including the civil code on unjust enrichment.
Oh,
Kasama
malinaw.
po yan. Every law should be read consistent and harmoniously
Paano mo nga
with other
i-apply
provisions
yun,
of the
even
law.
the civil code? How can you apply? Paano, ano yung i-restitute niya? Alam mo, di magkakatalo lang tayo rito eh.
Hindi ho.
The
Ay,
DOJ
laban naman
is
si
in a position to even
Marcoleta.
calculate how much the applicant should restitute before he can be processed under the application.
I'm making a distinction po between process and enjoying the benefits under this act. So, ipoprocess na po yan dahil matagal po naman ang paraan para malaman at matuntun ang lahat ng civil
Wala pa nga
obligation.
pong statement whether or not meron nga sila. Wala pa tayo eh.
Kailangan po natin makuha ang mga statement ng mga potential witnesses. Kailangan pong evaluate, kailangan pong malaman
Doon sa,
kung ano po
doon sa
yung
memorandum na
unang
sinasabi mo,
Ayaw
Jose,
makinig ni
sinasabi
Marcoleta.
restitution.
Opo, kasama po.
Sinasabi dyan?
Ang gusto
Hindi,
niya,
ang
ipasok
word po
agad,
dito ay
walang
civil
ibabalik
and
na
legal
pera.
obligations. Understood po na
Yung mga
legal
diskaya
obligations
sa
has many
witness
sources.
protection,
Saan
Kasama
manggagaling
po-
ang obligation? The law does not provide restitution in the first place. That is
Inaaway
very
yung
simple.
DOJ.
Legal obligation po has a
Huwag
specific
kayong
definition.
mag-imagine ng argument, Yusek. Magtatagal lang tayo rito. This is very simple enough.
Apo. Anyway, ang sinasabi ko lang
Kapag
po,
ka ba hindi provided ng batas, magiging reasonabling obligation under the provision you're quoting?
we are saying that legal obligations is defined under
You
the law.
cannot
And legal
even,
obligations
you
includes
cannot
unjust
use,
enrichment.
your opinion will even matter here. That's your opinion. Ang pinag-uusapan natin is the requisite of law. Thus, the maxim expressio unius est exclusio alterius ring a bell to you?
Alam po natin yun. Ang
So, anong
sinasabi
ibig
ko po,
sabihin nun?
Ang what is expressed excluded is not included.
Kaya nga. You are including an opinion which was not expressly enumerated under Section 10 of the law.
Hindi. We submit, Your Honor, that a witness can be processed under this program,
Ang
but he cannot
Tawag namin kay
receive
Marcoleta,
any of the
ang
benefits as
pag-ugali niya,
stated in Section
paltarason.
5 unless the matter referring to legal
Nag-abogado
obligations
kay
is
Diskaya.
reduced into writing in a memorandum.
So,
Yan
Mr.
po ang
Chair,
posisyon namin.
the opinion of the USEC is trying to supplant the very clear and categorical provision of law.
We submit, Your Honor, with just reading the text of Section 5.
Prosecutors, 80.5%. So dito mas mataas talaga. Mas mataas talaga yung success if you will use the WPP. Hindi nga ako, nagtataka nga ako kung bakit averse kayo dun sa pag-process dun sa samantalang wala namang nilalagay na restitution, ipipilit nyo para lang hindi sila ma-cover ng program.
Ang kulit ni
So, ano mangyayari
Marcoleta.
sa batas natin?
Ayaw niya
You will
ibalik.
insist on an opinion
Bakit ayaw mong
supplanting the
ibalik
requisites
muna?
categorically provided by law. Ay, hindi talaga makakapaprocess. So pinipili
Yung
nyo gusto
perang
nyo i-process.
ginagawa, ayaw
Paano
ibalik.
natin- Sila lamang ang nakapag-identify initially ng 17 congressmen. At doon sa kanilang mga testimony, lumalabas na rin ang pangalan ni Saldico and Martin Romualdez. Ngayon, kung ayaw ninyong bigyan sila ng protection under that law, kaya siguro umayaw na sila sa ICI. So what is their status now with the DOJ? Are you insisting that they restitute? How much? How do you compute it?
If I may, Your Honor.
Oh, yes.
If I may, Your Honor. To be consistent, the Department of Justice...
No, you are not consistent from the beginning. Huwag mo sasabihin yung to be consistent.
Okay.
There is no consistency here.
Sige po.
Magkano ang gusto nyong restitute nila in the first place?
Okay. Wala pa po sa estado na ganon.
So mga tweet, hindi mapoprocess talaga yan.
Pinoproseso po namin, Your Honor, yung kanyang application.
How can you process the application, Mr. Chair, if you're providing another requisite which is not even written in the law? You are imagining something that is not within the law. You are Department of Justice. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. You're supposed to be the chief.
Pwede ho bang magdagdag, Your Honor?
Sige, gandal niya. Hindi man
sa pagitan
pinapakinggan yung paliwanag ng DOJ. In-invite pa niya.
Mula sa witness. Sinabi ng isang witness, diba? Kasama ako sa sindikatong ito. Diba? At dahil sa kumita ako, dito sa pagsali ko sa sindikatong ito, kumita ako ng 10 milyon. Kung sa huba naman, hindi pa kukuhanin ng DOJ.
Correct.
Bago siya matanggap sa Witness Protection Program.
Correct.
Mga practical na aspeto lang po.
Correct.
Your Honor.
So ano nga sinabi sa inyo ng mga diskaya? Na-determine ninyo kung magkano ang kinita nila?
Diba? Kaya po, Your Honor,
kaya pinaprocess
niya.
niya.
Did they admit to you na sila ay nangulimpat ng ganito karaming pera? I have to explain myself.
Opo.
Hindi ko dinidepensa ng mga taong yon.
Opo.
Hindi
Ginawa ko lamang yun
dinidipinsa
sa
talaga.
nalalaman ko na ma-identify natin ang pinaka-mastermind dito. Yun lang, wala nang iba.
Opo.
Kung gusto nyong ang ma-identify, puro butete at saka sapsap, bahala na kayo sa buhay nyo.
Gusto rin po namin, Your Honor.
Gusto nyo pala eh.
Opo.
Why are you putting a requirement that is not within the law? Tsaka na natin sila pag na-prosecute na natin yung mandarambong, na-prosecute na natin yung mastermind, bakit makakalampas pa sila sa civil liability? Of course, the court will, in proper time, adjudicate kung anong dapat nilang isolid sa gobyerno. That is the only time when restitution can be done. Kasi mayroong court order eh. Pero sa ngayon, will you abuse your discretion na kaya niyong gawin ito kahit na wala sa batas? How can the Department of Justice do that? You're supposed to be the embodiment of justice. Mr.
Yes, sabi po niya, Attorney Wilfredo Garrido. Why does Marcoleta niya keep insisting that the Discayas not fork over the money they stole in return for the state protection? Surprise, surprise. It's already moot in academic. Whether he likes it or not, much of what the Discayas own that are not buried deep underground have already been seized, confiscated, frozen, attached. Confiscated 28 of their more than 40 luxury cars already in the hands of customs. Attached the real properties in their names or of their children, companies, agents, and assigns. Those confiscated can be immediately sold and their proceeds turned over to the government. Those frozen and attached are encumbered until final judgment. Assets out of government reach are cash or jewelry held in secret vaults or deposits. Those abroad and deep underground. It will take a lot of sniffing around before the government can lay its hand on them. Less valuable, such as construction equipment, can be left to rot. Does Marcoleta want all this released? In his dreams, not even his DDS colleagues in the Senate want this to happen, or those baying the streets. Only Marcoleta wants the Discayas to keep their ill-gotten gains. The Discayas have no leverage left. They are in no position to make demands. He can raise his voice. He can pound the table. He can browbeat the DOJ officials appearing before him at the Senate inquiry. He cannot save the Discayas, not for 1 billion pesos. Yan nga hindi natin maintindihan kung bakit. Sabi niya, hindi man niya ako nagdidepensa. Pero ang ginagawa niya, nagdidepensa. Sa mga Diskaya. Yan ang katakataka. Bakit ganun ang ginagawa ni Marcoleta? Ang dapat niyang idepensa, yung interes ng mga mamamayang Filipino, hindi ni Diskaya. Di ba? Talaga itong mga Duterte senators. May problema. Kung hindi ang idepensa yung mga Duterte, yung mga akusado tulad ni Diskaya. Pero ang sumusweldo sa kanila, yung mga mamamayang Filipino, yan ang nakakalungkot po. Tama? Yeah, tama yung sinabi po ni Atty. Garrido. Ayan man lang po mga kababayan. Ako po si Dante Maravillas. Bye-bye. God bless.